Hey guys, welcome. We are live with the new Iron Orchid Designs reveal for their holiday collection. We are going to be making over some thrift flips and showing you all 10 of the new items. There's 3 transfers, 3 molds, and is it 4 stamps?
Yeah, 4 new stamps.
I only see 3 here. 1, 2, 4.
There's
4
4
stamps. We are so excited to be here, and we're excited to actually use it, not just reveal it, but actually show you how we're going to be using these new holiday release on our new thrift flips. We have a ton that we need to get done, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Deb is going to come up close to the camera so you can see the new transfer packs. I love that we have asked and they have listened. I have said we need small items for decor that are transfers. And so this year, not 1, not 2, but 3 different packs. So he's going to show you Candy Cane Cottage. It's 8 sheets. And 2 are larger designs and then a bunch of small elements, some really cute Santas and trucks and just really cute. I love the floral and the Christmas tree. I like the mix of the cottage, the holiday.
They're ready for your parties, for your hot cocoa bar.
So cute. Excited for that one.
Okay.
Next up, we're going to show you guys, we've got...
I feel like this is more of like a fall leaning in towards Christmas.
Very Merry Christmas. I'm going to say it's definitely Christmas with the hollies and the berries. I like the old vintage paper look that's behind some of the items in this one. I'm thinking these are going to be really good, not just for frames, but also for ornaments. And you can kind of layer them together. I also think the ones that have the like centers that are kind of empty would be really good to layer molds on top of, or I don't know, like the sky's the limit with those. You could also take and put a knob in the middle of those and make like a hanger for your Christmas aprons.
All right, last transfer for this release. Now, these are all limited runs.
Yeah,
this is their holiday release, and usually with the holiday release, what they do is they order what they think they're going to need, and then Iron Orchid Designs, when they run out, we run out. So if you love these, I would recommend not waiting. We just had a customer ask about a transfer that they really, really loved and had to find, and it was from 2 years ago in the holiday release, and they're all gone. Like, we couldn't even find another vendor that had them.
Holly Glen is the next one that Zeb has. And this one is kind of the forest animals mixed with old paper, mixed with holly, all of the things that people have been asking about. So cute. I'm just like chomping at the bit to get playing, which is what we're going to be doing.
I love the stags and the rabbit, and just all the animals are great on this.
Yeah, I love them. I love that they're also doing them in frames like art, which is something that we've been doing here at Jamie Ray Vintage ever since we came out with our rice paper this year. So loving that design element. Zeb is going to get started showing you molds, and I'm actually going to get started working on my transfers, and then that way you guys can see these products in action.
All right, so some of these molds, this is the winter adornment. It is a 2-sheet mold. I'll show you the back so you can, or stamp, some of these stamps. So 2 sheets on this one.
That one is really romantic looking.
This is going to be amazing for like doing wreath building, great for wrapping paper, cards. You can see there. And the nice thing about these products, I was just talking to Jamie, one of the things I love is like we have the first molds we ever got from IOD. I don't even know how many years ago that have been used probably hundreds of times at this point, and stamps. And they're almost like new. Like we just need to wash them better.
We are not great with our stamps the way that we should be. So if they survive Jamie and Zeb, then they can survive just about anything.
All right, this is Portobello Road. I still have this one. Oh, let me take the film off of this one so you can see it better.
I actually haven't really thought much about my layout, so I'm going to have to be very particular about this because I probably will only get this one transfer because they sell out so fast. I only get to play with them this one time.
Yeah.
I'm using it right now on a $4 thrifted platter. It's not particularly old or special. It would probably cost $50 or $60 new, but I thrifted it for $4. And so I'm just going to be playing with my layout.
Before you start doing it, let me...
Yeah, I'm just working on layout, so we're good.
So this Portobello Road one looks amazing. It's got a French bakery. You can basically build yourself a whole little village scene. And I think there's a lot of really useful elements too, besides just the fun people. Doors, windows, street lamps. It's kind of got like a really
it's got a very
romantic vibe to it.
Parisian
There's
style.
a bicycle, which I think this is our first bicycle stamp.
That's too small.
So that's Portobello Road. And then we have the Christmas kitties. Where are my cat people?
This one is going to be so cute for Christmas cards, ornaments, wrapping paper. You can't really find this kind of like kitschy Christmas kitty design anywhere else, which I thought was really fun and unique because cats and dog lovers unite for sure.
All right, so this is kind of some samples that they have on the back. Let me see if, oh, there's the focus. So there's all of them in black and white. And then just like card building and wrapping paper. A lot of these, like if you really want to customize your decor and have stuff that other people aren't going to have, like if you do a layout like what Jamie's doing, no one else is going to have that layout, even if they use the same transfer. It's going to be unique.
All right, I'm just working on figuring out how to want to fill in the rest of my negative space here with this. Which one am I using? This is called Candy Cane Cottage.
All right, last stamp. This is the Christmas Pups stamp. You can see these guys here. Same with the kitties, you know, very, very good to, you know,
I think we're going to do some pillows with them. We picked up some at IKEA in preparation for this release.
I think this guy here would be real cute on like a tea towel.
I'm just going to layer that like that. Okay. I got to figure it out. Kai says, hi, everybody. Beautiful products. The sisters are very creative. Jamie, again, your DI haul was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. We have been getting a ton of play on our videos lately. We actually pre-recorded yesterday's video because we actually took 3 days off, kind of.
It was
we worked a little bit.
There was like an hour here, an hour there.
But we pre-recorded. If you guys watched our Saturday thrift haul, we pre-recorded the live. We did it in real time. And we used a new feature where we can actually live stream instead of doing a premiere. And that worked out really well, which is great because I'm going to be at Debbie's at the end of this month. So we'll do that again for that Saturday. And then we went ahead and thrifted last Friday, or actually, was it last Friday? Yeah, last Friday. And I edited the video that went up yesterday because our thrift stores were closed for Labor Day. But I knew you guys would want a video.
All right. So we have 3 new molds as well. Again, these are all like limited release. This is Christmas Tree. I'm going to pull these molds out. I already pre-molded because I've got a project I'm going to jump right into. But I want to show you, I've got resin. Let me see. I don't even know if this is going to show up, like how crazy detailed. Like you can see individual pine needles on this. So I actually think that this is the largest single piece on an IOD mold. The Iron Orchid Designs molds are typically smaller elements. This is, I think, the biggest one they've ever had.
That is a big Christmas tree. And so detailed, which pours so well in the resin.
I really hope they start doing this more with like furniture elements. Maybe we'll have to put a bug in their ear. But, excuse me. Sorry, guys. You can see all the detail on here. Once this gets painted and stamped up, and you can use the air dry clay if you want. I'm going to be using some of that on some molds in a little bit.
I just moved some money over to our business checking so IB can reorder.
Oh, good.
I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't do that before we went live because we ordered a ton, but we always have to reorder.
Yeah.
And the orders are like, my phone is blowing up over here. People are so excited for this release. I think people have been waiting. We've noticed it's been a little quiet the last couple of weeks on the website, and I think people have just been waiting for this release.
So now that I demolded that, you can really see the detail a little better on this. It's got pine cones, like I don't even know how they got this much detail in here. It's like individual needles.
Wilma wants to know, are these found in our store? So you can buy these at JamieRayVintage.com under Iron Orchid Designs or the new to JRV collection. If you are local, we have set aside 2 of every item in stock that you can actually go buy today. If you're worried about it, you could call ahead and just make sure they're still there. We usually don't even put any in the store the release date because it's so crazy online, but we've had a lot of great local customers. So we're like, for today only, we'll set aside 2. And then if they don't sell in the shop, then we'll add them to our online for our online customers because it's like this crazy Iron Orchid Designs friendly. If you do order on our website and click local pickup, do not come in until you get the email that says they're ready for pickup because it's going to take our shop a hot minute to get things ready to go because it's like think of like Black Friday for Iron Orchid Designs. Like we might get 20 to 30 orders in a day. On an IOD release day, we could get 200 orders. So it takes a little bit to get through them.
Okay, so there's that one.
Kayla says we've sold out of each mold in the store already. One of each mold in the store already. So.
All right, so this is the ginger mold or ginger and spice. I'm pretty excited about this one. I think we can make cookies with the kids, do some fun candies, little shortbread in there because you can cook in these up to 300 degrees. They're food safe. Once you use like resin or air dry clay, I don't recommend cooking in them, but
yeah, they're not a go back and forth season.
You could do chocolates.
These would be so cute if you loved doing kind of a like candy cane themed decor. A lot of people like to do like that French blue and pink candy on their tree. You could take those molds and paint them up, hang them on your tree, do whatever color scheme matches your design. Like those are going to be so cute, especially for like a whimsical design. I think I've got my layout figured out here with Candy Cane Cottage. I was looking for
I got one more mold
measure
to show them. This is for the fall lovers.
Do we have a tape measure?
Oh, I do have a tape measure.
Sorry, we'll show you.
Last mold.
I told you I only get to use these once because we always sell out, so I have to make sure it's right. Where do you do with my little
This is
sticks?
the Hello Pumpkin. They're all over here on the end over here. So the Hello Pumpkin mold, these are fantastic. These are very large molds as well. Look how big this pumpkin is. I think that's as big as they could get without going too close to the edge.
So I have a clean surface, just so you guys can, sorry to interrupt you, but we get asked this a lot.
All right, we're done showing. Let's go back to what Jamie's got going on here.
Well, I'm putting down my Santa. This is a tray. Good thing it's large because this Santa is huge. I've got it in the middle of my design there. And then I'm going to use this little this pile of presents from the Candy Cane Cottage. And then I've also got some of the floral and the holly to kind of go on each side to finish off my design. Jamie, can you do a tint to resin? If it's the clear resin, you can. You might could do it to the white, but it's going to change the color.
So I do tint the white resin, but it makes it creamy. Just keep that in mind because it does dry. It starts out looking clear, but it dries white like this. But what I do, like if you want it black, I just do a lot of black. And then, or if you want it blue, you got to go a little more blue, but you're going to get like lighter, creamier colors. We do have a clear resin that's used for making jewelry or like refinishing countertops. But just know that that's a 24-hour resin. This cures up in about 5 to 10 minutes, and and it's usable and you can demold it. The clear resin takes 24 hours to set up. So just keep that in mind. But that you can get true colors on that stuff if you want for whatever you're doing. If you're going to do like some fun ornaments, you could even do these in clear and make some really fun Christmas tree ornaments. And you know, you get your little eyedropper and you put it in each little individual element. You could go crazy with these. All right, I have the Christmas tree one.
Got Santa with some presents.
We'll try to not overload you with info, because Jamie's got projects and I got projects.
This is not listed on the website yet. It's one of those things I was supposed to and never did. So I will get it listed when we're done. I paid $4 for this at the thrift store, and I'll probably sell it for somewhere around $49.95. I would probably sell it for around $30-ish. But since I'm adding the Iron Orchid Designs transfers, I always need to take that into account. So if you guys are resellers, if you're reselling what you're making, make sure you're always taking into account the product that you're using. And as you sell stuff, then you can buy more things. Because I've had a few people say, how do you like get all these products? You start with a few things. You make some things with it, then you make a profit and you can buy more. It's one of the reasons I love the molds and the stamps, because they can be reused season after season after season. So those to me are investment pieces. These transfers are single use, but one pack has 8 sheets. Think of how many different items you could create with that one pack, and you could Christmatize an entire area of your booth space or your retail store, or even just decorate a tree with, we've used cardboard before, painted it, put transfers on it, hang it on your tree. Like, the sky's the limit. A lot of things you can do. You can do popsicle sticks, glue those together, put the transfer on, distress it, make it look like barn wood. There's lots of ways you can stretch these to really get your money out of them.
All right. So this is the Oh Christmas Tree. I'm trying to get all the names right. We got 10 new products. So, and I'm just using the swag that at the corner swags and the big Christmas tree. It does have like a little, like, what would you call this? A swag too?
So Aaron says the molds can go to 425.
Oh, are they up to 425 now? Yeah. It was 300, but maybe they're using a new kind of silicone. 425, you can bake anything. You could put bacon in those and bake them in 10 minutes.
I don't think we need bacon.
I'm teasing, don't put bacon in your molds.
I mean,
but could. 425, I mean, you could do pretty much whatever baking you need. All right, so I'm using, you can use whatever glue you want. We use all different kinds. The construction adhesive is, the Gorilla Glue construction adhesive is what we use if we've got like a slick surface. This has enough surface area. This is just Titebond 2 wood glue in here, and it's going to work on, this is kind of like a blackboard material on this frame, and this is resin, so kind of the plasticky, the 2-part resin, and it's going to hold these on so good. Like,
Gail says boys and bacon. And Kai was laughing at my Christmatize. Hey, you know, Christmas, I am so excited for maybe it's just the cool weather. Like, we
love the hot weather.
Those holidays. We got a bunch. If you guys haven't checked it out, when you're in the new to JRV collection, buying all your IOD, we have a bunch of fall foliage and home decor that has come in. We sold out of our gingerbread signs already.
Really?
We just had to reorder those. Yeah. But I'm planning on decorating for fall this week, even though we're going to blow up the house with new flooring. I'm still decorating for fall. That will probably be the video that goes up Thursday.
That's okay. You know what? When we do the flooring, we can literally like move the table over, do the flooring over here, sand it up, and then move the table back, and then move the couches over. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty chill. All right, so I've got these on there. I'm going to let that glue set up. I'm going to go set it outside in the sun for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to paint this in aviary.
This is already listed on the website. I don't think it's sold. It's from one of our thrift flips or thrift hauls from a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So the resin, this is the 2-part resin that I'm using. It's the Amazing Casting resin. And you can get this the same place. You can get the all the molds and paints and everything just at jamierayvintage.com. Or if you come in the shop, we've got it here local for you too. We try to carry pretty much everything we use, less the actual like thrift flips, on the website for you guys. So
there we go. I was trying to figure out like, how did I do this last time? Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
You're gonna have to, now that you got that on there, you should hold it up and show them.
I've showed them each section.
Okay. All right.
Don't you worry.
Okay, this is going in the sun.
Don't you stress, as Eliza would say.
Don't stress.
Speaking of stressing, so yesterday, while we're using our Iron Orchid designs here, we'll have a little story time. Yesterday, one of the things we wanted to do was go off-roading. We wanted to take the boat out, but it was 60 degrees and raining. So we took our
we went and played in
razor out to the property, and we went behind the property and went muddy. And Zeb is not one to get like stressed out about anything, but there's all 6 of us. We're buckled up in the roll cage, safe in the Ranger. And he's trying to go up this rut, and Jack says, go right, don't go left. And Zeb goes left.
Jack had already hiked it, so he's like, go right.
Because left, there's a huge rut. So Zeb gets halfway up, realizes he can't do this. So then he backs down, and all of a sudden, the Ranger is tippy.
We got on 2 wheels.
2 wheels. And Zeb says to me, it is serious. And when Zeb says it's serious, then I'm like, don't freak out. The kids are all in the car. And I literally prayed out loud. I was like, Heavenly Father, help us. And it wasn't like
Odelia's in the back. She's like, you guys know what to do. We've been tubing to the left.
So everybody's like leaning one way. Zeb opens the door, fixes the wheels. And I sometimes when you say things like that, you're kind of messing around. Like, I was very serious with that prayer. We survived. We live to
I
tell
think
about
Eliza's
it.
got it on video.
I know she doesn't have it on video.
All right, next project for me, I'm going to do some stamping. This is like the matting board. I didn't cut it super straight, but that's okay because the edge is going to cover that. It's hard to cut with scissors, just so you know, razor blade or like a, well, I can't even remember what those big cutting boards are.
Well, it's not exactly the same. But...
That said, I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to do a stamp layout. What did you want on this though? Do you want to do some puppies on this, or are we going to do?
I wanted you to build with
the wreath one.
No, the other one. What's the other one called? With all the like housing
Portobello
elements?
Road. Portobello Road.
Portobello Road. All right, I'm almost done with my first little project here. I will go ahead and seal this with liquid patina afterwards.
I mean, we weren't going fast. If we'd have rolled, it probably would have just
we
dinged
wouldn't
up
have
the
died,
razor.
but it would have been uncomfortable.
You know, fold your arms when you start rolling. Don't let your arms get
Here
outside.
we go. So here's my first platter. Do you guys, there we go, straight up.
I'm going to use the bakery because I love the bakery. I've already pre-seasoned these. They've already been sanded. I use 220 grit. What I'm talking about seasoning these.
Put this here so y'all
when they come fresh, new from the factory, you want to just take like some 220 grit sandpaper and go lightly over your molds. It gives them a little tooth to grab onto whatever ink or paint or whatever medium you're using with your, or not molds, with your stamps. That way the ink will actually stay on the stamp instead of just sliding off and smearing your design.
So somebody said, will that plate be food safe? No, it's going to be for decor only. Does that mean that if you put food on it, you're going to die? No.
It's now for your centerpiece on your table or whatever you're doing.
I would totally put cookies on it. It's fine. But the products that I would use to seal that with haven't been tested to be food safe, but I'm going to seal it with liquid patina. One of the things I do like to do though, is I don't just seal the image. I will seal the entire thing. So that way the sheen is the same across the piece. Because if you stop and start just where the transfer is, you will definitely see where you stop and start. So if I liquid patina the inside of that where I've got transfers, I could do the edge if I wanted to, but I won't. Then at least that will all have one continuous sheen and it won't have a stop and start. Okay, I'm going to keep moving along here. We have cute little 5x7 frame. And we've got this canvas paper. We use this a lot when we're printing out our designs. So I'm going to put the transfer on here. Then I'm going to decide, I'll let you guys help me decide what color to paint my frame. I think I paid 25 cents for this frame. It wasn't thrifting. I picked it up at a yard sale.
We're going horizontal on this so that I can get this lady walking to the bakery.
All right, I'm going to, do you have a pen or anything out here for tracing?
I had a pencil.
I feel like I should have eaten breakfast. So if I seem a little, it's hard when I get excited.
We're very
to
exciting.
Myself. Do we have a pencil?
Very excited this morning. This is a fun release. We were hoping these would actually be out like early August so that we could start really doing our thrift flips and get our stuff all ready to go for the shop. But here we are in September and we're super happy to have them.
If you guys are channel members, we're planning on, after this live, being live for channel members.
We're going to play with more of this.
Yeah, the idea is 11:30, but I say that loosely because if this runs over, then it'll just go from there. We've got 3 live videos today. We've got to do this release. Then we're going to be working on the channel membership, and then we have business coaching. And then we can take a little breath and get going on our other videos for this week because my birthday is Friday. So I'm going to try not to work. Okay, next, should I use the fairy one next? Fairy Merry Christmas. Let's try this one. So again, canvas paper and my little 5x7 frame here. This one's going to be simple. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? With this transfer, see the coloring that's on it? Aviary for the frame, kind of keep it earthy. I love all these little ones. Like this 9 little fairies, that'd make 9 cute little ornaments for a tree with one sheet. Oh, there's 9 more. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to go with the fairy that has the butterfly wings.
Oh, I didn't realize there's a plaque on this one too. So you could even do like some small little lettering in there.
Oh, or stamp it into clay and put a number in it.
Oh, I like that too. I like that too.
I have a feeling that it's going to take us a while to get through all this new.
Okay,
IOD.
this is my layout. I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got this kind of, it's like a flower over here on the side, but I've got it set up more to be like a tree growing out over off of my page. So there's my layout. We're going horizontal.
I'm just marking kind of the center of my.
And I'm doing the cream side because Jamie said she liked the cream side better.
I do.
Although there's something on it. That'll be all right. Okay. This is the Iron Orchid Designs Decor ink in black. We love the black. It's our go-to.
Do you have any sandpaper out?
Over here I do.
Because this has a little bit of a canvas texture to it, I think I can sand this. I'm using the Very Merry Christmas, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once I get it on. Got it on my little sheet here. And I'm gonna just sand it, kind of bring out the texture.
The cake in here is...
And it's gonna age it a little bit because the pigments from the transfer will get on my canvas, which added bonus there.
So this little bakery shop, like literally you can go walk down the streets of France and find little shops like this. It's making me want to be back over there.
Here it is in the...
All right, I set it down. I'm committed.
Yep, I'm going to go with aviary. Got to clean up my mess.
By the way, I don't know, Jamie, I think Jamie made a post, but we booked our flight.
Yes, we are going
headed
to
back to Europe. We're going to hit up the UK first and then go over to France. I don't know if we're going anywhere other than that. That seems to be our go-to. It's hard in like the 11 days that we have while we're there because we can't really leave the kids too much longer than that.
Well, the people were like, you guys should get a container. I'm like, we don't have a month a year to spend to fill a container.
Maybe once the kids are grown, you know, Jack's 9, so that's not too far out.
Did you say you got aviary today?
Yeah, it's right here.
Right here.
I got a whole
brushes?
quart. I don't have brushes out yet, which means they're probably in that basket over there.
Yeah, we did our
guys.
hutch and emptied out our. Don't
Okay.
mind all the crinkly sound.
I'm gonna bring this close so you guys can experience this with me.
They're feeling very experienced.
All right. Oh wow! Look at that. Hold on, it's not focused. I feel like I need something right down here.
Caitlin, can you look into
look at the
website?
detail on that.
Oh, that is so. Hold on a second. Put it back. That is so good. So good. Now I wonder if you let it dry and you
could color it.
Clear waxed it and dark waxed it, could you make it look tea stained?
We probably should have done that before on the paper. Not necessarily waxes, but like tea stain.
Tea stain.
Yeah.
I think you could do it. Just saying.
But I feel like it needs another element right here. I'm just gonna.
You could even put, you know what you could do across the top? You could do some sort of like, do the scallop so it looks like a roof line, and then, yeah, so like fill in up here.
So you could, there are masks for this. And if you don't know what the masks are, like I could mask out this bakery and this lady over here and put brick so that it wasn't just floating. Actually, I might try to do that.
I want to do that. That'd be fun. We haven't really shown how to use them.
We have time.
So we've got time today. We actually planned ahead for this, which is not like something we're really good at. And by plan ahead, I mean we woke up at 7 and pulled out all of our projects we wanted to work on. But that's better than normal. So I'm just painting this frame up with aviary. This is a DIY paint that we carry on our website. And I feel like this is going to be a color. If you want to find a color that's going to pair with all 3 transfers, aviary is definitely it. And I would also get marquee, crinoline, dark wax. Those colors are going to pair with any of the transfers that just came out. If you want to use cottage color, I would get white linen and crockery and mix those together. Those are going to pair really well with this. Jennifer says, I missed the end of the platter. Are you, or did you seal it? So I will use liquid patina later. It's not very exciting to do on camera, but later I will hit it with liquid patina and then it'll be sealed and ready to go for decor. It's not something you're going to want to put in your dishwasher, but
this is fighting me. Oh, we've been on for
that
half an
Santa
hour
was
already.
Like perfect sized for that that platter.
That went quick. That was a fast.
The first half an hour. I know, I'm only on my second project. We'll see how much we actually get done. I'll go grab the molds next. I want to at least be able to do a couple transfer projects, a couple stamp projects, and a couple mold projects on this live.
Okay, so here's the lady. So this is the mask, and it's just the shape of the stamp. So I can just put it right over here and stamp more, and she won't get any of the new stamp. I've also got the bakery, and I may have wanted to lay this out first, but I actually think that this might work out better the way I did this first. That way I know where everything's at and I don't have to worry about fitting her right into that mask area when I'm stamping.
Jackie's Craft Shack says she got her some, so excited. And Polari Mom said, so glad you went live. Other creators were sending out emails, but I waited for you guys. Thank you, thank you. We usually do. We haven't done a Paint-A-Palooza in a while, so I thought this would be a good time to go live and do a kind of Paint-A-Palooza, because we'll only be live for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops.
You know, I realized there's a door for this.
Kai has to go cut grass.
Oh,
We have to mow the lawn too,
I
but
need
that's
to
probably
mow
not
some
happen until
grass
tomorrow. Last week we mowed on Wednesday. I actually don't want to mow again until we fix the
mower.
The mower, until we fix that thing, because I barely made it through the grass last week because we have a belt that broke a few weeks ago. And our riding lawnmower has been on its last leg. We have a half acre at our shop, so it's a decent amount of grass that we mow. All right, put this on there. Did you get wax out already?
I do not have any waxes.
We've got clear right here. Look what
Jamie
you did.
No, that was totally you.
I walked away. It wasn't me.
You did walk away, but that was you. Jamie just knocked the curtain down, and it's like knocking all the pans off in slow motion over here.
I'm sorry. I actually didn't realize what was happening until I left, and I couldn't save it. It's not a live video unless something happens.
I'm going to put the door like she's going to go in it right there. We might just freestyle this door.
She's going in the bakery. Well, it must not be France because it says bakery, not patisserie.
Yeah. But, you know, we live in the U.S., so that I feel like that's okay. Maybe it's a bakery in New York.
That's right. So I'm just using clear wax on my frame. It's going to get quite a bit darker, but then once it cures up, it'll get lighter.
Okay, I just freestyled that. I didn't put it on the mat.
It's good that we're using the masks that come with the stamps because it is an added bonus that we don't even really promote that much. And then people get it and they're like, what's this? It's funny, during the pandemic, people got them and they thought that it was like a mask that you would wear on your face. And they were like, no, it's a mask for your stamp.
Okay, let me show you how good that mask worked. So now I've got a door into the bakery and the woman standing in front of it with like a little halo around her. But how cool is that? I'm going to build some bricks now.
Okay, let's. If you guys are on Facebook and you want to hit share, that helps us out a ton. We did pick some share winners to send happy mail to last week. We'll pick out more this week and send them some stuff. So my paint wasn't quite dry all the way and it was hot and wet. So it's also pulling back some of the paint when I am waxing it. So I'm getting a distress and a seal all in one, which I'm not sad about. Let's get my transfer. Did this have glass in it? Oh, it did.
We're going to do some windows up above, see how this goes.
I'm debating on whether or not I want to put glass in this or if I just want to have the canvas. I think I just want canvas.
Oops.
I'll put the glass in the back so whoever... Did I put green on my new shirt?
I didn't have that stamped covered very good. We're going to have to, hopefully we don't get too much ghosting.
Whoever gets this, if they want the glass, it'll be in the back. And then they can use it. But I like to show it off without the glass because there's a lot of glare.
That's okay. We'll go with that. A little bit of ghosting, but I'll live.
All right, here's our little canvas art. So we just used canvas paper. So I had texture, the little fairy transfer. And then when I distressed it, the pigments from the transfer aged my canvas paper. So there you go. It looks more like art and less like just like regular paper. It's got texture. I think it's hard to pick it up. Let me see if I can get it close so you guys can see. And I did put the glass in the back, so whoever buys it, if they want it. Can you guys see the texture of the canvas paper? There we go. Okay. And you can distress transfers. They will show white because you're just taking the pigment off of them. Okay, I got 2 projects down. Let me go check on your piece that you did with molds.
I'm going to go with a tighter brick on this because this is more of a fancy building, not a loose cottage style building, which there's that brick too. Okay, now I also need the mask. I'll come up close and show you guys in just a sec here. I think it's...
Here's our Christmas tree molds. Do you have a screwdriver here perchance?
There's a green one in the drawer over there.
Okay. Let me step around the cookie sheets that fell out.
Oh, are those dry enough?
Is it actually in the drawer or is it in the...
It's in the drawer.
Okay. We haven't put everything back in our hutch. We have 1 bucket of stuff that needs to go back in.
Okay, mask, come apart. Like in this little plastic sleeve with a sticky, it's
How
like
does
a
this work?
sticky
Do I have to
envelope.
put this in here?
No. What are you trying to do? You
Take
just need
off
a Phillips?
Yeah. I can figure it out. I just don't want to paint this cup hook on the bottom of here. We should at least pour the pumpkins. Maybe we can put it in that one. I don't know what paper we'd put in it. Jackie Burns. I thought I'd get my order by the end of the week. We are shipping out as fast as we can. So the people who order first get their orders first. Not that it's the Hunger Games of IOD. We will get them all out. And the gals were pretty well caught up last week. Like we worked really hard to get caught up on orders. So they'll be working on getting things shipped out from the thrift hall, getting Iron Orchid Designs out. But we prepped for this as good as possible.
Yeah, they were, there's a few orders, but they were almost all the way caught up.
It's also because people wait for these releases. So things slow down. And so we're like, please let this release day be big to make up for the weeks of people waiting. And every time it's always a big release. All right. Should I go aviary with this, with the Christmas tree? And then what color should I paint?
Whoops, we pulled that mask right off there.
What do you think?
Yeah, I was going to go all aviary on that.
Okay. Let's go. All right, so what's this mold called that we used on this?
Oh, Christmas tree mold.
And I paid $2 for this piece at the thrift store.
I got it right. Oh, Christmas tree mold.
It's from one of our thrift hauls a few weeks ago. When you're reselling, you got to start stocking up early. I knew this stuff was coming in, so I prepped. I like your design layout. I'm glad you're doing it, not me. I'm so excited I couldn't focus probably. Take a deep breath and just have fun creating.
So you could do a whole building. Like you could do, you guys see that brick? It's not super big, but it lays out pretty quick, and they've got it so that the mortar joints line up.
If you're just tuning in, we're using the new Iron Orchid Designs Holiday Release, and we are creating inventory for our shop for reselling.
The close-up's coming. Give it a sec.
It's probably going to take 2 coats. We're getting there. Now, Zeb, what do you think I should do the outside a different color? I could do cream on the outside. He's not listening. Should
you can do cream on the outside if you want.
That's what I think I'm going to do.
I don't think it would be bad.
I mean, not that I need your permission to paint this, but
yeah,
you did do the layout.
You got to get my permission to do cream on that.
I'm going to wipe off some of the green. I'm going to do green up into the ledge, and then I'll do cream on the outside.
I'm hoping this makes it look like the tree vine is growing up over the front of the brick.
Try to get off the... It likes to pull up on these, so I'm just going to try to pull it out and then dry it. Will you be putting Christmas out now? Like in our shop, we have one display that doesn't face the front that I have been putting our Christmas on. And like I said, we had gingerbread signs, enamel signs that we sold out of. I think Ivy just reordered those. So we've already had a little bit of Christmas out. But I don't do it where it's like front and center because I like to do one season at a time. So right now we've got fall in the shop. So we will be using the pumpkin mold, I think, quite a bit to create some decor, bringing it into the shop. Do we have a baby cow yet?
We do not have a baby cow yet.
End of September.
We got about, I'd say, a solid 2.5 to 3 weeks.
She's probably going to wait until I'm out of town in California with Debbie, and I'm going to get it on video.
I mean, if she's early, it'll be like probably the 25th to the 30th, and if she's late, it could be the first week in October. So
I'm hoping for that. We need to get the cow, the baby calf, in plenty of time that we get him or her situated before we go out of the country. Everything in our life right now is planned around the baby cow and our children's football and cheer schedule.
All right, this is tricky because I need a mask on 2 sides here.
Okay, second coating this, and then I'll get started on the crinoline.
So I just lifted it up. There we go. That worked well, actually.
I'm going to just stipple it, I think, so that way when I
missed some,
no,
though.
it's pulling off some of the paint. Maybe not.
Okay, so I only have one of these window masks. So I'm going to use that over here again.
Do you have crinoline over there?
I don't have it out. I'm sure we've got some over in the paint somewhere.
Emma says that she's making us all wait.
Yep.
I'm glad that she's not super early because we have a lot of things to do in the next couple of weeks. We've got to get our taxes done. We've got to get this done. We've got possibly some stencils coming out here pretty soon. We had our stencil manufacturer had a family emergency, so there's a slight delay in that aspect. However, it worked out with the IOD release, so it'll give us time to get through this release before we've got another.
All right,
one.
Masking the lamp here. And I need to mask that urn with the plants. I think this is it.
I thought for sure we had crinoline.
Okay, moving on with our bricks. So this hasn't taken a long time, and honestly, I feel like this is going to be like a high-end piece of art almost.
Well, you know, you've been working on it for maybe what, 15 minutes? In live video time, it's a long time, but not real.
Yeah.
Not in real
Not
life.
if I was doing a project.
No. All right, I've got a chunk of something that fell in here. I don't have crinoline, so I'm going to mix a little bit of sandy blonde with my vintage linen. I'm going to get a creamy color that way. Crinoline is a really good cream color. Or if I had crockery and white linen in the cottage color paint, I could mix that too. So what, have you guys started working on any holiday projects? Comment, or if you're watching the replay, share pictures of the projects you've been working on. I want to see what everybody's interested in this year. All right, so we've got a creamy color made up with a little bit of sandy blonde mixed into my white linen here. It's definitely closer to if I mixed crockery and white linen. It's not quite crinoline. It's more of a brown cream, which I like. I need to get another paintbrush.
This has definitely added a lot of detail and interest, adding this brick on here.
I like it.
Like it has filled the whole thing up. I think it's going to be pretty good for just kind of winging it on a live stream.
I'm looking for... This is such a mess. If you guys could see what I'm digging through over here, you'd laugh. It's what happens when I get too many projects going and I don't complete one. There we go. Looking for my turquoise iris assistant.
All right, now that I got all my masks all over the place here, don't lose those. I'm going to need them later.
I like to use a smaller brush when I'm trying to be neat.
What do you think?
That's so good. You know what I want to do? I want to make like a billion new postcards for the front of the shop. I need it.
What do you guys think of that?
That's pretty darn good.
I love the masks because it looks like this vine's growing over the brick. The lamp is over here in front of it. This urn with the planter here. And now the bakery doesn't look like it's just floating out in space. You know, I got my sidewalk down here in front. The lady's on there going into the door. The bakery is like a big window display shop. And then you got apartments up top or whatever. That's how they would have done it probably. The shop owner would have probably lived up above. But anyway, I think this turned out great. I'm gonna paint a frame and put it in there.
That's good. I like that. But that's what's so great about the stamps. Like you can create stuff year after year after year. I have to actually go through our stamp collection when we clean out the
this is the frame it's going to go
the shop space, because we will eventually have a studio not in our home. We have the space in our store to do it, but just we need a few weeks, which is probably not.
Well, we were trying to do windows. We were going to paint the cottage this weekend. It's been raining like all week.
I know.
It's finally sunny, and I don't have time right now.
That's just the way it always goes.
So this frame probably won't stay this color. We'll make it look older.
We're going to order windows, though. We went to the store, and they don't have the right size.
Yeah, we tried to do windows on the shop or on the cottage.
It looks like a sketch. It does. So what color on the frame? I think dark, like weathered wood or black. I really need something dark.
How long do we have? Can I get that done?
We're good. It's only 10:52.
Okay.
So we can get that done. We'll finish that up, and then would you do one of the other stamps on the, what is it called?
Oh,
pillowcase.
the pillowcase.
I told you guys I should have eaten breakfast. I know better. I had like a handful of pecans, but that is not helping my brain function.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I'm carefully painting this so that way I have a nice crisp edge on here. Not that the mustard isn't beautiful, but it doesn't go with what I'm doing.
Did you get
They love the bakery print. Really amazing.
I might take a picture of that, and
Carol said that is excellent. You should treat yourself to a proper stamp holder, like one of those acrylic blocks. We have had them.
I've used acrylic blocks. I actually prefer freestyle. That's just my personality.
If you were going to do a bunch of like repetition, then an acrylic block would be awesome. But we typically only do a design once or twice. We're not like mass producing stuff over here.
Did you get all the brushes?
I just have 2.
Okay.
I have the F30 and then I'm using the turquoise iris.
I'm going to use this big one here. It'll work.
When I want to two-tone stuff like this, it's much easier, like if you have something similar, to take the base color and go up around this edge and then take this top color and just go over to the edge. If I was trying to get a crisp line like down in here in the crack, that would be much more difficult. Let's be honest. I couldn't be that neat. So it's much easier to just do this because you kind of have this ledge to paint against and it makes it easier. There might be a little yellow that peeks through when we distress it and wax this. I'm okay with, but I'm trying to cover it up. Gloria said she doesn't like the frame.
No, the frame doesn't go with that at all. We're fixing that right now, Gloria.
It's good. I think it's good.
I'm going to probably white wax this.
You could also, if you wanted to,
I could mat it and put it in a really big frame, but I feel like once this gets painted, it's going to change it up.
Yeah, I actually feel like the skinnier frame is good. It kind of reminds me of some of the prints that you see, like when we're out, like a lot of them have black, simple frames.
Yep.
Leslie had an appointment. Somebody said they were about to ask where Leslie was. I think I'm just going to wet distress, dry brush this tree. What do you think, Zeb?
Oh, wow. That looks good. Do that.
Let me finish the frame first. That's how ADHD works. I'm not even done painting the frame, but I'm already thinking about what I'm doing to the tree. I was going to white wax it, but I don't want to get white wax on the screen background. So I think I'm just going to dry brush the tree with the same mix.
I'm going to set this outside for just a second while it dries, and then I'm probably going to distress it and white wax it, and it'll be a nice gray. Nice thing about that little black dress is over that wood frame, I pretty much have one coat coverage and I'm done.
The same thing with the aviary. Gloria says, can't wait to see the frame done.
Yep. Give it like 5 minutes. If we go a little long, we're trying to hit the hour mark
Leslie
today.
Said
but
she can't get the pinned link to load. Just go to JamieRayVintage.com, Leslie, and then go to Iron Orchid Designs or new to JRV, and you should be able to do it. Or Kaylin, if you're
the website is very busy though. Like it might be like overloaded because right now there's like 120 people shopping.
Thanks, Caitlin. She just dropped the link in comments there.
All right. I will be back in like a half a second.
So this mold
More like
on
half a
the
minute.
top here was already on the piece. I'm just leaving it and painting it to match. Sorry guys, I went outside and of course I'm doing something that I really got to concentrate so I don't make a mess. Being live and creating on the fly is not as easy as it might look. What did you go grab, Zeb?
I had to go get some paper to cover up my little black dress mess because I'm going to stamp on a...
Oh, I usually just fold the towel up.
I don't have anywhere to fold it to.
Oh.
I got stamps
Or fold the...
You know, usually we work with like 2 or 3 stamps at a time. We got 10 new things out right now.
We always have a million things going on.
There we go. Done. So we'll be using these over the course of like the next week or so. If you want to see us do some more fun designs. and probably on channel membership in an hour. Or
Yeah, we're going to be doing more on channel membership. So if you're just tuning in late, but you are a channel member or a paid Facebook subscriber, we'll be live after this video to do more. Because we like to do those videos every other week. And it's been 2 weeks since our last video. We would normally actually do it at 10, but because we had this release, we had to move back the channel member live so that way we could get this release in.
Okay, so I always like to make sure, okay, zipper on the bottom. I've messed that up before. Okay, so this is just, it's a pillowcase. We got them, what were they, like on sale for like $1 or $2? It's a 20 by 20. I can't say that, but this is from IKEA. That's what it is.
The ink is permanent, can be washed. After you stamp it, let it dry completely. Set it with an iron is what I like to do. And then I wouldn't wash it for at least a week, but if you can let it cure for like 30 days, it gets more permanent.
I know that we probably have more, I don't know, it could be on the fence, but it seems like the cat people are more, but I want to do these puppies.
The cat people are very serious about their cat decor.
Now, the question is, should I do just like an all over right in the middle with this, or do I maybe just like 2 or 3 across the bottom? Actually, I think I'm going to carry them.
I would do a design that carries, so center them and then go all around the edges. So it doesn't look like there's a weird spot.
Oh, like repeat it?
We'll put it in the center and then, yeah, and then repeat top, bottom, side to side. So it's like a repetitive pattern.
Okay.
Or you could just do it in the middle. I don't know, whatever.
No, I like that. I'm going to try it in the middle
first. I'm going to make you do it as hard as it humanly possible.
I know. You're like, let's do a repeating pattern.
What can I get Zeb to do on live video? All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here's this piece. Let this dry. And I'll work on something else. I
don't want to put this stamp on over the top of my limited space on a live stream. Okay, that'll work. That way I don't get my stamp on the fabric.
So I really want to use the pumpkin mold, the Hello Pumpkin. But I want to use it in the resin, not the clay. I like the clay, but it does need to dry before you can really manipulate it. We don't really have time for that. So where's the resin? Is it
resin's up there, and the mixing and all that is right there. For that mold, you're probably going to need like a solid full cup of each side, side A, side B.
All right.
It might even take more. It looks deep.
Usually Zeb does the resin, so we'll see how this goes.
You could use paint. We're using ink today because.
Oh, did you put something inside the pillow to make sure it doesn't go through?
No, I'm not super stressed about that since I'm not using paint. Once you put a sham in there.
This is a pretty thick textured pillow. It's not like they're plain canvas. And if it does go through all the way, then it'll be our pillowcase.
I don't think it'll go through the backside, to the front side of the other side of the pillow. Like if it goes through, it might be inside, but it's permanent ink. Once it dries, it's not transferring to anything.
Okay, so part A.
But yes, you could put a sleeve or something up in there. We do that when we're doing shirts and things.
I think I used the wrong cup.
All right. Here we go, puppies.
Don't get this on your fingers. But it does have some off-gassing. So if you're sensitive to smells, the paper, sorry, air dry clay. I always call the wrong thing. Air dry clay is how to go, but I love all the detail you get from the resin.
Where's that brayer? Do we have that over there? That worked really good with the stamps.
Yeah, because you don't want to shift it, and you do want to be a little bit juicier on fabric when you're stamping, stenciling, whatever, because it absorbs it. And I like fabric with like some sort of texture to it. If it has a lot of sheen, I don't feel like that works. So you want something that's fairly matte with a little bit of texture, and I feel like that's your best option. We have never done it on these before, so we'll see how it goes. Nothing like trying it on live video. So I just stir this up and I pour it, right?
Yeah. Stir it for like a solid 30 seconds or more. It's a small batch, so you probably get away with 30.
All right, I think I've done it pretty good.
The bigger your batch that you mix up, the faster it's going to cure. So just be aware of that if you're doing the resin. All right, so the texture did take away some of the detail, but these guys are still cute.
Except I'm doing it.
Whoa. Oh, hold on. Let me focus this up. Did you pour that? Make sure you drag it into the stem.
I actually dripped it into the stem already. And make sure it gets to all the edges.
All right, there they are stamped. I think I am going to go around the edge, though.
So 1 and 1, I think, is just about perfect to fill this up. I feel like it could have a little bit more, but I'm not going to mess with it. If you measure it out, it needs 125 grams. There's measurements on this. I feel like that's beneficial, like if you're using it for baking. Just getting it to all the edges of the mold. Except I did it. Let's see if it sets up.
It'll set up. Give it like 3-4 minutes, maybe 5.
All right, well, I've got to push the mold over to the side. I had this cute little jar that I thrifted, and I forgot to put it on the website, and I thought it'd be perfect for the gingerbread mold, but I don't know what that one's called. I haven't learned these yet.
Ginger and spice.
Ginger and spice mold. Now my question is, do I want to do just the little Scotty dog on here, or do I want to do the little ginger and spice?
All right, we're going to lose the pug's head a little bit.
So here's the ginger and spice mold.
Maybe is that a little British bulldog? What are those?
Should it already be setting up already? Oh, it's turning white, you guys.
Like right now.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I can zoom in. Yeah, that's a bigger mold, so it should set up pretty quick.
It's going.
Yeah, you can see it right before your eyes.
Right before your little eyes.
So yeah, it's turning white.
Is that a new pumpkin? Yes. This is the Hello Pumpkin mold. It's the first big pumpkin mold that they've had. So definitely get that one up. Portobello Road is in London, England.
So bakery fits.
Bakery fits. You know, we have never actually been into London. Like we've flown into London and then we leave. We go back to London and we fly out, but we've never been into London proper. The traffic is pretty intense, and I get sensory overload when there's too many people, and so we just haven't done it yet, but maybe this will be the time that we actually do it. French Bulldog, Joyce says, okay.
French Bulldog, there we go.
I'm gonna have to do, how do you know which cup you used for which? I think I used that one for the clear.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't have a yellow tint to it.
I don't know. I think I might have mixed it. All right.
Otherwise, it'll get all hard in there.
This one is clear. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to use this one for the yellow.
So if you see me wiping this, I just got off the mat and there's like a crisp corner from the stamp pad. And so I don't want that. So I'm just wiping it off of the mask.
Do you go to Heathrow? Yes, we fly into Heathrow.
We fly into Heathrow and bounce.
Same thing, we go to France. We usually go to the Paris Flea and then
Charles de Gaulle is like my least favorite airport. I realize it's super
Atlanta
busy.
is worse.
I've never been to Atlanta,
so
I don't know.
Atlanta is a hot mess. I feel like they're like, let's see how scared we can make people. Like, if you don't hold on to that, when you're in the tram at Atlanta, if you don't hold on, you will wind up on the floor.
But yeah, Charles de Gaulle is just, it's kind of like a maze.
We don't speak French, so that's a little bit difficult.
That's probably also plays a part.
I mean, we should probably work on that. That's why we don't really go much into the interior of France, because we don't speak French. 1 part of each side of the resin. We're going to pour the Scotty Dog, and we'll probably wind up pouring some more elements because this is more than that Scotty Dog's going to require. Thank you, Susan. She said she already ordered her items from JRV and she's excited to receive them. And Joy said, I ordered the stamp with the dogs because of the French Bulldog. Going to make my own Christmas tags.
Perfect.
It's going to be cute.
Yeah, and they're super detailed.
I feel like maybe this would be better on a non-textured.
Yeah, you would be able to see the detail a lot more.
Kind of losing some detail.
I think once you put a pillow in there and it's like a bright white back behind, it'll be fine.
Okay, put the little Scotty Dog in here. I use my stick to kind of get it into the tail. And into the ears. Don't want to mix that. Pour the little gingerbread peoples. That makes this look easy, but I'm a little stressed because I don't usually do it. Oh, that's filling that up. So I went over the edge a little. Got a little bit left. I guess we'll pour the candy. Oh.
The running monologue over here.
Sorry, I have to talk.
It's cracking me up as you pour that.
So one side of each is going to maybe give me almost all the small elements. Oops, I'm spilling stuff everywhere of this mold. A candy cane requires expert precision, but I mostly got it. Oops, a little messy there. What do I do with the leftovers? Where's that other mold? There's three molds,
There's
right?
a bunch of them over here, yeah.
Where's the tree mold?
Better go quick.
Where's the tree mold?
Should be right here.
Where did it go?
It's here somewhere.
All right, well.
Probably, oh, it's right here.
So I just don't think I have enough for these. Maybe could do this pumpkin. I'm going to try this pumpkin.
You know, I didn't do the star. That's a good star on that tree mold.
I'm going to do the pumpkin.
But there wasn't enough room to do it on the top of the tree, so I didn't do it.
Oh, I did not estimate this one well. Let's see if we can scrape this out as much as possible. We'll see if we can save it here.
You could always pour more over the top.
Well, I'm going to have to because
so what I do if I run out of resin is I'll pour that, and then if I'm mixing up more resin, I'll just pour over the top, and it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll just leave that alone. I just got some on my pants, though.
Yeah, that's not going to come out of your pants.
I really like these pants.
Do we have a sham or a pillow, whatever you call it, that goes inside?
My pumpkin's almost all the way set up.
The sham, here. I guess, is the what I'm doing now, right?
Yeah, that is a sham. Do you have a pillow that can go inside of it? Yeah.
That's what I needed.
A form insert? Is that the word? Insert?
Whatever it is.
The new ones we have are just for the long and skinny red ones. But I don't think we grabbed white ink, which is what I wanted to use on those. Here you go. I'll get you. I'll take it off our very own couch. I'll be back here. My Scotty dog sitting up. Pumpkin's almost there. This pumpkin we didn't pour all the way, so we'll have to mix up some more resin. I'm going to move this transfer out of
the way. This actually went pretty well as a repeating pattern.
I'm going to show you guys real quickly. Oops. This is the fairy transfer from that pack, and this is the holly. What is this one called? I'll call them the right names. Candy cane cottage transfer is what I used on this, if you're just tuning in.
Okay. You guys let me know. Repeating pattern. I probably could have pushed
I think
harder
that's
on a
so cute.
couple of those, but once you get the pillow in there, let me go grab that frame. I'm going to put this outside to set that ink, and then we'll put a pillow on it, finish the frame. And
Ivy says, do we want white ink? I think we're going to hold off because I feel like we've got enough things going here. I don't need the white ink. I'm just waiting for my molds to set up. Can you pass me that frame that you kept kind of buried over there? I'm planning on putting the pumpkin on that frame and then painting it. And then I don't know what I'm going to put inside.
This is holding all of my things.
Of here.
Are you going to do it over the top of the glass, or are you going to pull the glass out?
I'm going to put it on the bottom.
Oh, where's that?
Trying to see if there's any.
Where'd your sandpaper go?
Kind of fall. What? Sandpaper. That is a good question. Oh, it's no. I don't know.
What's right here?
This is the Holly Glen one. Some of these aren't like I think this one with the bunny on it isn't like overtly Christmas. This one could be fall. So I'm going to go with this transfer next, and that's what I'm going to put inside the 5x7 frame. And then I'll put the pumpkin on the bottom. Like this one could be fall. This one could be fall. The little bird. So I'm going to need more canvas for this. I'm waiting. My pumpkin is set up. Kind of fall with the berries here. Very woodland themed here. Oh, the fox with the pumpkins.
I love all the fox prints.
The fox with the mushrooms.
Ones. There's 2 fox ones on there, and I love them both.
All right, guys, I'm going to need your help. I need you to comment. Okay, so we have a bird.
Go show them close.
We have a bird.
That's not close.
That's as close as I'm getting. Bird. We've got a raccoon. Or I can do the fox. Or fox. What should I do inside this 5x7 frame? Mind you, I'm going to have the pumpkin on the bottom. The first comment is Janie, and she's saying fox. So Janie from Facebook, we're going to go with the fox. I'm thinking the single fox and the mushrooms will work best. So if you guys do wind up getting this one, what is this one called again? Holly Glen. It is not just for Christmas. I feel like you definitely could get some fall items out of here. Although look at this reindeer. That's pretty great for Christmas. That's going to have to go on something special.
All the special things.
All the special things. The pumpkin's almost set up and I can pull it out. You don't want to leave these in like overnight or anything like that into your molds because then it gets very difficult to get out.
I'm going to clear wax this first just to see what it looks like because I actually think it'll look pretty good just with the distressing. That wood and the gold was just too stark with that frame. We do have a little bit of gold peeking through, which is why I might white wax it.
I paid $3 for this at the thrift store, and it'll be $29.95. I don't believe this one has sold yet. Oh, I'm just going to flip this over and use the back side.
There you go.
I don't even have to use the canvas. Can you move your... Oh, that's not... Okay. I just don't want to...
Yeah, that's the other side.
Don't want to get ink all over that. What is the book of transfers called? The transfer I'm using is called... Sorry.
You flipped it backwards. I need 2 hands, Jamie.
Holly Glen. That's the one I'm currently using. I used Candy Cane Cottage on my platter earlier and Very Merry Christmas in my last frame. So I will have used all 3 transfers by the time this video is over. So I've got my fox here. Let's find center.
Didn't get to all the molds and the stamps, but the stamp I did, you guys can see like that's going to be a really good one for a long time.
When you buy the Iron Orchid Designs transfers, they all come with this stick, which will help you get your transfer on your piece. And on transfers like this, where they're just like giant squares, you kind of just do the edges and you ride the wave. It's really easy to get these on.
I think it needs the white wax. That does look better dark though, huh?
Let me see. That's pretty.
What do you think? White wax?
I actually just think gold around the edge and that's it. Like gold wax.
Oh.
What'd you do with that sandpaper?
See if I can find the gold wax. Sandpaper's in there in the mix. No, it's going to be folded up into here somewhere.
Try not to get black on this. I don't think sanding this is going to make much of a difference.
Oh my goodness, we lucked out. The gold was right on top.
There we go.
Not a lot left.
So we're part way there. Got a little fox in there. Let's see if our pumpkin's ready to get glued on. Oh yeah. There we go. Look at me making stuff. I over poured it a little bit, but not bad.
So this is the Golden Rule wax. It's very good, goes a long way.
It's very good.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it covers well for, especially for like a colored wax that's a metallic. But a little goes a long way. Like, we've had this probably half the year and we're barely running out of it. All right, I'm going to tone that back a little bit.
Got my pumpkin glued on. Does that look centered to you? The pumpkin isn't centered, so it's kind of hard to... Does it need to go this way a little?
No, I think you're pretty good here. The stem is throwing you off, so okay. It's wider on this side than it is on this side. So I think you're fine as far as like
so
overall
keep
centering
this
goes.
Cream. I need to take this off. Let's see if I can get this untied here.
All right, now we just got a little hint of shimmer and a splinter.
Shimmer. That reminds me of the gal that was doing the eyelids. Like, it's like a windshield wiper. You just put some shimmer and you swipe it. If you guys have never seen that video, I think she sells Unique is the brand of like makeup she sells, and she's the best. I haven't seen her in a while though. It's like just a quick little video.
Maybe she got out of it.
Every time I swipe some shimmer on my eyelid, I think of her. Ugh, I can't get this.
So this frame didn't have glass, so we're just gonna leave it with the matte.
Oh, my Scotty's ready too. Better get him out because I gotta make him go around the edge.
Now that, I feel like that turned out so good with those stamps and the mask.
Do we have any painter's tape? I got to tape this in place. I might not get the Scotty painted, but I got to get him.
Tape it in place.
Where
are you putting it?
On this.
Oh, is he wet enough?
Wet? You mean
like
warm?
Not cured?
Yeah. So I had to do it quickly because the resin will get nice and hard. But if you put it on while
you're going to need to let that sit until that glue's all the way dry.
Yeah, this I'm not going to mess with. This is my little Scotty dog. So you guys will have to come back to our channel later. Check in our community tab. I will share a picture and we'll update the thumbnail on this once we get all of our projects finished. Just tape.
Is that going to hold him?
Yep.
Okay. Got the frame done. Got the platter done. Did you do that other frame? Is it out drying?
This one? This one just needs to be clear waxed if you want to work on this.
Got the pillow done.
So let's pull out our, let's see, ginger and spice. I want to call it sugar and spice. It's ginger and spice mold here. Show you these. I probably don't have anything to put these on yet. You guys see how cute those are? And then the little candy pieces. It's hard to hold those up. Can you guys see those? Hide my face so that way it zooms in. I just had extra resin, so I poured those. This pumpkin will pour over later because I ran out of resin.
Oh, we're going to get a little gray. I
little
had some
gray-esque.
black on my brush.
It happens.
Are you putting the handle back on this?
What?
The little cup pull that was on here?
Yeah. I just took it off because I didn't want to get paint all over it. Oh, I forgot I was going to keep that cream, so I got to be a little neater.
So I mistakenly said it's Jamie's birthday last Friday.
He meant that my birthday was coming.
It's like her birthday week / month is what I meant, but I didn't finish my thought. Her birthday is actually Friday on the 8th. We were going to go down to Bryce Canyon and do a helicopter tour. Thought that would be fun, but I think we're going to wait on that. Maybe we'll still get that in, but we have a football game Thursday, football game Friday, football game Saturday. So like if we went down, it'd have to be like, okay, let's go down after the football game, maybe stay the night somewhere late, get up early in the morning, go do the helicopter tour, and then drive the 3.5 hours back up to Lehigh, because it's about 3.5 hours south in Utah. And make it back for the other football game.
So I actually told him I just want to go fishing. So we might just go fishing.
Oh, that would be fun.
We might not have internet service, but all the better. Get away for a few hours. I'm a simple woman.
Well, we were going to go tubing last year. That didn't work out. Now it's colder this year than it was last year. Last year we were having a heat wave. This year it was 54 degrees when I woke up this morning.
I am not going tubing when it's 50 degrees outside.
I mean, it'll get up to the 80s today, but...
We have also rented a jet ski on my birthday before, but I just don't think it's been warm enough. Leslie says, I have a football game on Saturday. That's fun. Tanya says, love birthday week. I am definitely not the person, though, who celebrates my birthday all week or all month. It's not really a thing. I might use birthday coupons all week. You know how you always get those coupons for your birthday?
All the emails you sign up for now.
Speaking of which, in our loyalty program, do they get something special on their birthday? Caitlin, can you drop the link for our loyalty program? Make sure you guys are signing up. You get rewards for purchases. Definitely worth it. I have seen people redeem their purchases, so I know it works.
Yeah, redeem their points.
Redeem their points. Sorry.
We might need to
see where we're going with this.
Some of this yellow's popping through. I don't know if that's the look you wanted.
No, I don't care. It's fine. Okay. Because I'm going to dark wax it.
Oh, it's all getting dark wax. That's why you need me to clear wax.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that won't matter at all.
Nope. Jean says that she placed her orders. Thank you, Jean. Thanks for supporting our business and our channel. Allows us to make more content and come up with more crazy fun projects.
Appreciate all the orders. You guys are amazing. We couldn't do this without any of you. Like literally, we would be doing 9 to 5.
We've done a lot of interesting things over the last few years. We've done our complete house remodel. I know we have a lot of people that are new following us, and build and gut and all that. And then we bought the shop. We recently bought some raw land that we're going to be building on. So it keeps us in projects. We were out there
yesterday, and Jamie's like, do you guys want to live out here? If you can't stop arguing, this is what's going to happen. We're going to unplug, and we're going to sell everything and come live out here. And all the kids like immediately, like Jack loves going out there. He'll go out.
Like, I can live out here.
Anytime I go out there, like Jack knows the property about as well as I do. Anytime I go out there, Jack's like, yeah, let's go. I'm on board.
The teenagers were like, no, we'll behave.
The teenagers immediately, super happy, fun attitude. I was like, all right, now we know. Now we know what the
options are.
The options are for you.
I mean, they love to go out there, but they want to live in town.
They don't want to change schools. They don't want to. I'm like, I'll homeschool you. I'll do it right now.
Thanks for ordering, Galen. It's 100-degree weather in Baltimore.
Ooh, that is hot for Baltimore.
We were in the 60s yesterday. We're going to get up to 80-something this week.
Okay, so Jamie.
Rambo's a Virgo, too.
Jamie did, we had the molds. We did the aviary. This is, what color is this? Is this white linen?
That is sandy blonde mixed with vintage linen because I didn't have crinoline.
And then I clear waxed it. Oh, she also dry brushed all the leaves and stuff. So there's a couple steps to this finish here. And then we're going to dark wax it.
Yeah, do we have, oh man. Do we have dark wax out? Sorry, that was probably loud in my microphone.
Don't know if we have dark wax out.
I think we have clear and white and gold. You want to go grab dark real quick while I finish up this one?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring back the burgundy that was underneath this because it's going to play well with the colors that are in that box transfer. And then this is going to get clear and dark wax. And I went ahead and left the cream frame in the middle because it works well with our color scheme we have going on here. Okay, so I can coat this. And this was our Hello Pumpkin mold on here.
There's a chance we're out of dark wax.
No way. There's no way we're out of dark wax.
Nothing is in its right bin since we moved all the stuff.
Because we tried to organize it, so now it's organized, but can't find it.
I'm still looking.
I'm just second coating a few spots that we could see more of the red than I wanted to. Then I'm going to dry brush our mix of paint, the same color that's on here, over our pumpkin to bring out that detail. Then we'll distress it back to bring back some of the cranberry that was in the base coat of the piece when we bought it. And then this will be done. Nicole says, the IOD release is amazing. I love the Portobello Road stamps. Can't wait for payday. Just might tell my hubby my check was a little short.
Yeah, if I was going to get one stamp, I definitely would get that one. Because that's like a all year round, any season kind of stamp. Yeah, I'm not finding the dark wax. Did I already have it out?
All right, I'm going to focus on getting this pumpkin pretty dry because it's like stuck down in the cracks. This is where I'm going to dry brush to bring out the detail. You don't have to use a heat gun, guys. I'm just using this because for live. You don't want to sit here and watch paint dry all day. Okay, so we're going to come back with our mix, which is sandy blonde mixed with vintage linen. Dry brush my pumpkin to bring out the detail, because otherwise you wouldn't see all this detail. You kind of lose it in the green.
Did we use the dark wax somewhere else and not bring it back inside?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's none in here.
I can go look in a minute. Or are you out of things to do? I might.
I'm pretty much out of things to do. We just
kind of want to dry brush the edge
doing.
of this. Okay, we can show them this up close. They can
imagine it with dark wax.
With dark wax. I've just decided that I want to dry brush the edge of this a little bit. Not super heavy because I don't want to like lose the pumpkin in the design.
We'll have to do some cleaning before our next live stream.
We've made a little bit of a mess here.
Just
we used like 500 projects or products. So, I mean, that's understandable. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick. Do you have that sandpaper?
No, I thought you had it.
I might have. I might have been the last person to touch it. I just need sandpaper real quick.
But I might have stuffed it up there. Where's your knob for this?
That is a really good question. Oh, I don't know. You guys, we have made like the world's biggest mess.
We blew it up in here, doing all these projects real super fast.
For rapid fire projects. I don't know where the knob went. That's a really good question.
I have it.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to bring back some of that red that was underneath here.
This almost makes this Christmas tree look like it was growing out of this cup, the cup pool.
It's also going to make my dry brush on the background a little less severe.
All right, so we did some molds on frames. We did a, this is just on the matte paper, some stamping. We stamped some fabric. We used transfers.
This is going to get this back on it.
We used transfers on a platter.
Do you want to put the filler in that?
Oh yeah, where's that at? Where did you
It's
set
just
that?
right behind you on the scale.
Oh.
Then I'll hold the platter here. That was a good amount of projects in an hour and a half. I'm pretty excited about that. Marky, I can't say that name very well. I don't want to mix it up. Jensen says, love the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that turned out really good, huh?
Love the platter. Thanks, Peggy. She loves the Christmas tree. Try to hold it all up at once. Don't mind me. There we go.
Maybe just show individually.
I want to hold it all up together so they can see it, but I'm not doing very good. You know, this one has like a little.
Yeah, that one's got a foot.
Ta-da! All right, guys, thank you for joining us today. Get out your thrift flips. Visit JamieRayVintage.com for the new Iron Orchid Designs Holiday Release. And get your stuff ready for reselling and decorating for the holidays. And we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. If you're a channel member, we're going to get reset and ready to go. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
We'll see you on the next episode, which happens to be tomorrow.
Yeah, Waste Not Wednesday's coming.
Waste Not Wednesday's coming.